Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of DDM Chronicles. My name is Emmanuel. Today we journey into the Great Rift Valley of East Africa, home to the Maasai, a people who are as remarkable and colorful as the land they have inhabited for centuries. Our story today explores one of the Maasai's most unique customs, spitting. Yes, you heard that right, spitting. For the Maasai, this is no ordinary act. It's a gesture of respect, a symbol of blessing, and one of the countless fascinating cultural practices that make the Maasai community so extraordinary. The Maasai people are primarily found in Kenya and northern Tanzania. For centuries, they have stood as one of the most distinctive ethnic groups in East Africa, and not only for their vivid red shukas, that's the clothes they wear, or their iconic beadwork. The Maasai have held on to their cultural practices, resisting the pressures of modernization. Now, while many communities have adapted to Western ways, the Maasai have preserved their traditions and values, including this one rather fascinating and unexpected custom of spitting as a form of greeting, blessing, and goodwill. Now, let's get to the heart of the matter. Picture this. You are meeting a Maasai elder, you are preparing to shake hands, but just before you clasp hands with the elder spits in their hand. Spits in his hand and offers it to you. Now, before you get shocked or insulted, let's understand what's really happening here. In Maasai culture, spitting is a sign of respect and a way to offer blessings. Spitting to the Maasai is not meant to offend, it's meant to honor. When younger Maasai warriors, known as Moran, greet their elders, they will often spit into their hands before extending them for a handshake. This gesture signifies reverence and an unspoken bond of unity within the community. To spit is to share something of oneself, to wish the other person good health, fortune, and protection. Now imagine if we tried this in our modern cities. For most of us, a handshake, a nod, or maybe a quick hug is plenty, but here, this traditional gesture goes far beyond that. In a society where every gesture holds meaning, spitting becomes a cultural language in itself. But this practice extends beyond greetings. In fact, it touches some of the most important milestones in the Maasai's life. When a new baby is born, family members gather around and each one may spit on the baby's palm or chest. It sounds bizarre, right? But to outsiders, this may seem unexpected, even shocking, but for the Maasai, it's one of the most precious gestures. By spitting on the baby, they are wishing them good luck, strength, and a long life filled with blessings. Now, isn't this interesting? A simple act that we might interpret as rude or strange is instead a powerful statement of love and hope. Now, these symbolic acts carry layers of meaning, connecting each Maasai to generations before them, and the tradition continues into adulthood. During a wedding ceremony, the Maasai's father blesses his daughter as she leaves her family home to begin her new life. The father leans forward, spits lightly on her forehead, and then steps back with pride. This is believed to protect her marriage and give her strength as she embarks on this journey. In Maasai culture, it's not about grand speeches or expensive gifts. Nah. A simple, heartfelt gesture, like a father's blessing, carries all the love and protection that words might struggle to convey. All of this brings us to a larger point. The Maasai are a people deeply rooted in their cultural values. They are mostly pastoralists by tradition, caring for large herds of cattle that serve as their livelihood. For the Maasai, cattle represent wealth, family, and survival. This bond with their cattle is so profound that their diet consists largely of meat, milk, and blood. Yes, you heard that one right too. Fresh blood from their cattle. Now, before we move on, let me clarify. No animals are harmed in the process. They make a small incision, usually on the cow's neck, to draw blood, and then the wound is carefully treated. The Maasai believe that this blood provides them with strength and vitality, and is traditionally mixed with milk as a nutrient-dense meal, especially valued for warriors who spend days protecting their community and cattle from wild animals. Interesting, right? Their cattle aren't just livestock. They are central to the Maasai's entire way of life. Even their language is deeply intertwined with this relationship. For instance, their traditional greeting, Counsellor in Ngera, I'm not sure I pronounced that right, but it translates to, "How are the children?" This isn't just a phrase, it reflects the Maasai's view that the well-being of their children represent the strength and future of their community. The Maasai are also famous for their unique celebrations. Have you seen those images of Maasai warriors leaping into the air, almost as if they are defying gravity? This is called the Adam or jumping dance. It's part of their initiation ceremony for young men becoming warriors, and it serves as a display of strength, agility, and readiness to protect their community. So, the Maasai's customs, from spitting to dancing, aren't just for a show. They embody the community's values, reinforcing their unity, respect, and love for one another. Their identity is not simply about who they are, it's not about what they share with each other, it's with the natural world around them. Speaking of identity, we can't overlook the stunning beadwork worn by the Maasai men and women. These aren't just adornments, each color and design tells a story. For example, red symbolizes bravery and unity, blue represents the sky, and green stands for the land. Every bead and every pattern is part of the Maasai language, one that speaks to the wearer's role, status and place within their community. So next time you see a Maasai warrior, a woman in the beautifully beaded necklaces, or even hear about their unique customs, like spitting, remember that these aren't just random acts. They are threads in a vast line of history, tradition, and wisdom. They carry forward the Maasai's unique worldview, one that respects their land, honors their ancestors, and binds their community together. As we conclude our journey with the Maasai, let's take a moment to appreciate the diversity of our world. Their customs reminds us that the culture is as vast as the savannah, filled with traditions and stories that enrich our understanding of humanity. So the next time you encounter a tradition different from your own, approach it with curiosity. We learn every day. You might just find a piece of wisdom that resonates with you. Ladies and gentlemen, that will be all for today's edition of DDM Chronicles. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and remember, every culture, every tradition has a story to tell. My name is Emmanuel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.